Hello and welcome to the Talking with the Experts online business summit. Get ready to gain invaluable insights from industry leaders, uncover innovative strategies and elevate your business to new heights. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a startup founder or a seasoned professional, this summit is designed for you. Let's unlock your full potential and drive your success. Stay tuned for an exciting lineup of experts ready to share their secrets. Let's get started. Learn to craft a powerful signature talk with Fur Wale, secure paid speaking engagements and build credibility.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Very good. Welcome to the summit, Fur. Yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge getting around everything, but we're here now.
Which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
Absolutely. Now, Fur Wale is the founder of She Talks. It amplifies female voices, championing women's ideas and paving the way for women to lead from prominent stages. With over 2 decades of experience as a professional speaker, Fur possesses highly effective tools for self-empowerment and public speaking success. I'm running out of puff today. Fur's expertise spans human behaviour, sports psychology, coaching a women's AFL football team, and working with personal development guru Brandon Bays. Her diverse background includes TV and radio presenting, community theatre, commercial modelling, and authoring 2 best-selling books. She is trained with globally renowned speakers like Lisa Nichols, Les Brown, and the Hall of Fame speaker Tim Gard. Fur has cultivated herself in Taoism and the practice and philosophy of Zen meditation. These disciplines deeply inform her approach to leadership and public speaking, grounding her work in mindfulness, authenticity, and a profound understanding of human behaviour. Fur, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on today, and I appreciate you taking the time.
Rose, thanks. I'm really glad we're here for this. Look, I'm certain this is going to be a talk that the audience wants to hear if they're either a speaker or a business leader, because my mission is to equip speakers and business leaders with the right skills and, more than that, the assets that gets them known for their big idea in the right rooms and on the bigger stages. So in my field as a public speaker, that's done through what's called a signature talk, which is why I'm going to be delivering how to be a better speaker with a signature talk. That's what I'm here for today.
So what exactly is a signature talk and why is it so important for speakers and business leaders?
Yeah, look, Rose, the signature talk is a talk that you deliver to become known for your unique message. And it is absolutely the number one asset for speakers and business leaders. And it's funny because we often think it's just for speakers, but I know as a business leader, I own 3 businesses now. And I know that it's the number one tool that establishes my credibility. And it's the fastest way to create know, like, and trust and get booked and get paid to speak. Also, a signature talk is what makes you professional. So you get to be authentic while the signature talk does the professionalism for you. So you don't have to act or fake being confident or professional. And it sets us apart. It's our unique message honed into a well-crafted big idea, and it achieves your speaking and business goals. So that's why it's important. That's why we need one. And it's suitable not just for speakers, but also for business leaders.
What does it mean to craft a big idea and how does it set speakers apart from the crowd?
Well, to craft a big idea means you're taking your message and then you're honing it. You're essentially distilling it down until its essence, until it's the most potent form of your message. And it could read like a t-shirt slogan or a book title, but it is absolutely that message. It's so big. It's your bold claim. It could be unpacked to be a thesis for life. It could be unpacked and written into an entire book. And it helps you be the expert in your field, the professional, the authority in your field. Yeah.
Yeah, so can you tell us why storytelling plays a big part in an effective signature talk and what is a vivid story?
Oh, I will. But first, I'm going to tell you just a little more about a signature talk. It helps you become a better speaker so that you stand out, and it transforms your audience. So if you deliver a big idea, you're then the thought leader, and then you get to promote or sell your services. And you can do that from a stage, any stage. And it's how you create the credibility as a speaker, get booked, as I said before, get paid to speak, and more importantly, get asked back to speak. So, Rose, for aspiring speakers, organizations simply will not see you as a professional speaker until you have a signature talk. And inside of that signature talk is a story, and it must be a vivid story, and I will get to that. However, I really want to let the listeners know that also in business, it's the greatest marketing tool we have for speakers and business leaders. It's a sales tool. It is also the foundation for social media posts, for your next book that you're writing, interviews, press releases, and media. And importantly, your signature talk grows with you, and it's customized for each speaking occasion, giving you 6 to 12 months of speaking gigs, which I absolutely love. You have that confidence in knowing that you've got a talk that will get you booked and paid. And a speaker who's at the beginning of their speaking career can quite literally expect to ask for $1,000 per gig from an organization. And I know that most speakers starting out, and certainly in my case, that you can secure two or more gigs a month. Unfortunately, without a signature talk, you will get overlooked, and someone who has one will be the person who gets booked and paid to speak. But you must have your big idea. Without your big idea inside your signature talk, you're not exactly going to be seen as the authority or the expert in your field. And so when it comes to storytelling, I know that a lot of people skip this part, but it's really foundational to you being known, liked, and having the audience trust you, because it's your personal experience that causes relatability with them. And then it also grounds, it's the proof of what you're talking about. Your experience, your story is in fact proof. It's your lived experience. It's your lessons that come out of that story. And it is a fundamental part of a signature talk. It gives context. As I said, it gives proof. And it connects, it's that relatability with the audience. And it also allows you to share complex ideas very simply. It also enhances the emotional impact of a talk, which means it's memorable, and it inspires your audience to action. It inspires them to action because it gets out of the logical brain and down into the heart. The emotional aspect is, in fact, what is a driver for taking action. Now, a vivid story is a descriptive story. You know this from reading books about, famous novels. It's a descriptive story that engages the listener and helps them imagine. So instead of saying, I was walking down the street as my feet hit the pavement, I could smell coffee as I approached the cafe, would be a good example. And this helps to engage the listener and help them to imagine the experience, which means that they remember it, which means that they then go in their own internal journey to discover their own aha moments. And in a signature talk, you must have about 5 minutes. In a keynote, in a guest talk, up to 3 minutes, and then 1 minute in a spot talk. However, when it comes to a TED talk, a TEDx talk, that story is woven throughout the entire 18 minutes. Stories typically, yeah. I mean, there's really different formats when it comes to, look, a signature talk is broken down into the formats of a keynote and then a spot and a guest talk. However, a TEDx is something quite different again. Stories are typically an origin story, your origin, and they reveal unique historical facts about your experiences or someone else's experiences. And I'm going to suggest something to our speakers here and our business leaders. Start collecting, Rose, you might already be doing this. Start collecting stories, and you develop a story library. And these are collections of personal and impactful stories of yours or those of other people who you've observed. And then you just pop them in your story library under brief descriptions, and it allows you to pull those up when you're delivering a talk. So depending on your talk topic will depend on your story. And I know that when I was booked to speak to the alumni at RMIT, actually to the body of teachers, they called me in last minute that evening, and I thought the topic was leaving the role that you're in and going into another role. And I thought, what story? I don't have that as a personal story. And then I remember I looked through my library and there was a story about my dad, and I got to tell that story, and it was highly, highly effective. So I suggest you, if you haven't done that, that is
Mm.
a really great idea. Yeah.
Great idea, Fur. Could
Yeah.
you share more about how the talk map works and why it's
Ah,
a vital
right.
for speakers to avoid memorizing their entire talk?
Oh, this is such a powerful tool. Yeah, look, a talk map is the framework of your talk. You don't want to learn the whole entire talk verbatim, although I have done this. There are speakers who do this, and I know that at TEDx they want you to learn it verbatim, and then they want you to put it aside some months ahead and use a talk map. So it will have your key elements of your talk. So it'll start with your opening, then you'll have your content paragraphs, and then you just have a heading, your story, which you might just say, my story when, and then you'll have your 3 teaching points or your 1 teaching point, and you close. It's that simple. It can literally be put on a piece of card that could sit in your hand or on a podium or on the ground or in a teleprompter, for example, at TEDx. They use the talk map so that in your mind, you know, I've done my opening, that's my opening. It's a prompt. The talk map is a prompt, and it leaves you able to focus on delivering your message with authenticity and flow instead of worrying about remembering every single word, which in fact, that is why we get tripped up. Most speakers get tripped up because what they're trying to do is remember, what's that? What's that word? We can place, and I've done this, so much emphasis on getting everything verbatim. That's the way I wrote it. They're the words I want to use. And then we can get stuck trying to remember a talk verbatim, whereas a talk map frees us up. So
Yeah,
beautiful.
no,
Thank
that's a
you.
great tip because yeah, I was taught at school about making speeches and whatever, and then you just have a palm card and you just put dot points on it and speak to those rather than trying to remember everything verbatim. Because you get if you forget a spot somewhere and you get muddled up and you put a paragraph before another one, then your whole talk is ruined, really.
I know, because you're kind of looking backwards, trying to find it. You're trying to find it. And then at the other time, you've got this other voice that goes, oh no, you're stuffed up. People are looking at you. That person gave me a funny look. How much time has gone by? And we literally go into this overwhelm of stress. And I've seen speakers just freeze and completely lose their spot, which is
Yeah, I've seen it on numerous occasions, and
same.
you really feel for the person who's giving the talk.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you really do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Fer, in your experience, how does a signature talk transform a speaker's career, and what benefits have you seen it bring to their business?
Yeah, look, so I know that with the speakers that I've worked with, it's positioned them as a professional speaker long before. Well, the way we start out is we go out and we do free talks, and, we'll offer our services in places, and we might do guest or spot talks. And then as we start to sort of move up the scale, we get asked to go into larger organizations. And then you reach that stage. And this was my experience. Oh no, I need a signature talk or else I'm not going to get booked here. Whereas what I'm doing with it through She Talks is I'm taking my speakers and getting them to author their signature talk so that they can fast track themselves to the bigger stages. And quite literally, my speakers have taken the TEDx stage. They've spoken with speakers like John DeMartini, Les Brown. These are all, and if you don't know who these speakers are, they're celebrity speakers.
Yeah.
So you can quite literally, if you hone your message into your big idea, that's the first step. And then you create your signature talk. That's the second step. And then a signature talk gets formatted into a 40-minute keynote, 20-minute guest talk, and then a 10-minute spot talk and a 1-minute pitch to get booked to speak. And then you know what your availability, there's a message that you send out to get booked, and it's quite literally it's your availability message and saying what your pricing range is or whether you're available to work within their budget. And then you have a speaker sheet and a show reel. You're done, you're set, you're ready to really show people that you're a professional. That's why it's so important. Yeah, it can fast track you. Yeah.
And finally, for those that are here with us today, that may be inspired to get started, how can they take action to develop their own signature talk and get booked to speak?
Yeah, thanks for that question. Look, the fastest way to work within to get booked to speak is to work within this framework that I just spoke about, which is create your big idea, signature talk into the 4 speaking formats, the 3 speaking formats and a pitch. And then you want to have, if you don't have a speaker sheet, it's not the end of the world. Not everywhere asks for that, but you must have a show reel. And the funny thing is, people in the speaking and business world are creating a show reel like an actor's show reel, and it's not. It's different. It is quite literally you speaking to camera, and there's a framework of how you talk about yourself without over talking about yourself and what topics you deliver and what media you've been in, what your expertise is, and then you show some clips. So you need to have all of those in place, and that will quite literally fast track you. But I'll tell you, if you're not there yet, if you're not ready to create a signature talk, create a story library and really hone your message. So what that means is, Rose, this is how it was for me. This is how it was I've worked with over 4,000 women now. You just go out and you share your message and you keep sharing it in articles, blogs, newsletters, whichever format, social media posts. And eventually what happens over time is you become so honed in your message that you quite literally get to the essence of your message, and it becomes so powerful. And then it becomes your big idea. Then you're ready to create a signature talk. But there is a format for a signature talk, and then there's format for each of those for a keynote guest and spot talk. They each have their own format and the pitch as well.
And they can find it more on your website, Fur?
Yeah, they can, which is shetalks.com.au. I'm going to offer something, though. I'm going to offer a VIP coaching session. Look, that's valued at $250, Rose. And for people, for a gift for being here today, I'm going to give them a powerful opportunity to gain tailored guidance from me, clarity, and support for bringing that message of theirs to life. So getting it into a big idea and taking their career to the next level means leveling up, and I can do that with them. So it's perfect for anyone wanting to step onto the stage with their big idea, or any business leader who wants to really deliver their message in such a powerful way that it emotionally moves their audience to action. So I'll do that today. It won't cost anything, and it's a full session with me, Rose.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. And where can they find that, Fur?
They can directly reach out to me through the website www.shetalks.com.au. That's honestly the best way to find me. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Thank you.
it'll increase their chances for getting booked and paid to speak. So
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing with us how we can become better speakers and, how we can get our signature talk up and going.
You are so welcome. Great to be here with you, Rose, today. Wonderful to speak with your audience. And I look forward to, I don't know, connecting with some of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I look forward to connecting with anyone who wants to reach out, even just to ask questions.
Thanks, Fur. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks, Rose. Bye for now.
That was the lovely Fur Wale, and Fur has been on talking with the experts. She is a trusted friend, and honestly, what she has to teach about speaking is beyond unbelievable. So, yeah, just reach out to Fur, and she'll set you on the right path. Thank you for joining us at the Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit. I'm Rose Davidson, and it's been an honour to host this incredible event. We hope you found the insights and strategies shared by our esteemed speaker valuable. Remember, your journey to success doesn't end here. Keep applying what you've learned, stay connected with our community, and continue to push boundaries of your business. Until next time, keep thriving and striving for excellence. Goodbye, and see you at our next summit.